We're in the thick of Christmas, and I want to be part of all the fun, and so do my taste buds. That's why we're going to visit the Onayom family, AB and Kingsley to be precise, a baking entrepreneurial power couple who make some very special pies. AB and Kingsley, welcome to Food Journey.
Thank you so much for having us.
I'm really excited to have you guys here today because the pie shop. How exciting, making pies, how interesting and different. It must be a journey of faith, tenacity, and just, innovation and creativity. Have you always wanted to do this? Is this what you studied to do in life, an entrepreneurial venture?
Okay, so I actually had no plans to start this. I read sociology and also international relations as a master's program. And then my husband actually read geology. He's a geoscientist. So we didn't see this in the future. It was just something that came up with time.
A geoscientist and somebody who studied all about people, so rocks and people. Maybe that makes an ingredient for pie making, I don't know.
Maybe.
But do tell us, how did this all start?
Okay, so earlier on this year, I worked until 2018 and I quit my oil and gas job. And then I went into farming and consulting. And early this year, my wife and I decided to start a local restaurant tagged Udia Efok. Udia Efok simply means Efok food. So we're trying to take our traditional Efok dishes to the world. So the Calabar people, or Efok people really, are known for their culinary, prowess. So we wanted to bring that to the table. That was until the lockdown hit.
Yeah.
And then we could not get the required ingredients because living in Lagos, it's very difficult to find the ingredients from Calabar to cook. So we had set up all the logistics and then the lockdown hit, and so we could not make that a reality. And then my wife has always loved making pies. Way before we got married, she used to come and tease me with her pies. And that's when she brought up the idea. I told her, oh, why not? Let's start the pie. She was a bit skeptical that will people buy?
I was so skeptical because I just felt, because I don't really see pies in Nigeria. When you go to shops, you don't really see where you can just say, okay, I want the steak and kidney, I want an apple pie, let me just buy. I don't see it. So I felt maybe Nigerians don't really like pie that much. So I didn't think it would really sell. So I was very skeptical. He just kept on telling me it will. People like pies. Don't think that because we don't see it, people won't order it. So
people do like pies.
Yeah.
I love a meat pie, a savory pie. I'm a savory girl, but you do see them, and they you know it's a meat pie because you see the shape and you know that your pies are different. As far as the pastry is concerned, and definitely what's inside. Then I'm dying to see how you make them today. Absolutely. So Kingsley, I'm going to put this one to you.
Oh, great.
What is it like as a married couple working in close quarters making pies? Now, I know they say when you work with family, it's always going to be, but
I can't imagine.
What goes on there? What happens?
Okay, so I want to see myself as the complete operations guy. It's very interesting. I love it. For me, it's a dream come true, cooking with my wife, And then, of course, there will be conflict.
A lot of conflict.
There's always conflict, right?
She says a lot of conflict.
Yes.
Sometimes.
And then she is very meticulous to the point that you must do it exactly the way she wants it done. I am more adventurous, so I want to let me try this, let me try that, let me do it this way. She's like, no, do it this way.
So stick to the book,
yes,
and just
let's explore,
Exactly.
So that's
Isn't
my
that
personality.
great?
Yeah, I think we balance out
And
each
that
other.
has brought out, a few menus that we are yet to bring on our menu that we will introduce in the future because I keep trying things and I show her, she critiques, and then we move on. But of course there will be headbutts, doing things like this.
So you just one says out and you cool off and then go back together again.
I usually walk away. When there's tension, I'll just step out of the
That's the
kitchen
best thing.
and let it cool off a bit.
But at the same time, I think it actually brought us really close because we didn't used to spend that much time. He used to go to work. I used to go to work. I used to even travel a lot. There were times I used to travel for 2 weeks at a time. So, but working together, it's like we're always together now. So he's really like my best friend right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely. And who is the brainchild, you know, when it comes to the combinations and things that you put together? Probably Kingsley. Oh, you're pointing this way. Okay.
Okay.
She's my book person.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm more of a sweet person. I love sweets. So I come up with more sweet recipes, and he comes up with a lot of savory recipes. So I can't really say who is like the brainchild because we combine, we merge. So I bring many sweet recipes, and he brings many savory recipes. Like he came up with the seafood pie.
combination,
You know, I came up with the smoked chicken, but you know, we just it's a yin yang thing. So I have two advice. The first one would be, it should be something that both of you love to do. It can't be just one party, I feel. Because if it's one party, it's like the other person would lose interest as time goes on. But myself and Kingsley, we love baking. We love making food for people. We love when someone eats something and the person says, "Oh, this is really nice." It gives us so much joy. So it was just a no-brainer for us to do something in food. So it has to be something both of you love to do. It shouldn't be one-sided. So that's the first advice. The second one is, as women, I don't want to sound like some kind of feminist or something, but as women, we know we can be very emotional. Sometimes we can easily take offense. Like when he tries to correct me or give me an advice, I can easily flare up.
Is that true?
Yes.
Quite true.
I easily flare up. I think he's attacking me.
Really?
But it's really not that.
So he might say, pie, there's a little bit too much pepper in it.
Oh,
And you'll be
I'm
like,
oh no, you did not. How could you say that? Really? You know, so I just think as women, we should just need to like ensure that we check our emotions and try to understand that the person is coming from a point where he's trying to improve you, trying to encourage you, trying to make you be the best you can be. So I try to always put that in the back of my mind. So when he says, today our processes were not too good, we were a bit slow in this, we lacked this, we didn't do this well, I'm like, okay, he's not attacking you. We're trying to get better. Yeah. So that's the second advice I would give.
Lovely pieces of advice, everybody. How about Kingsley?
Yeah, for me, I think as a man, again, I'm not trying to be
a male chauvinist.
Yeah. I think patience is a virtue, like it's always said, that you need to be patient with your wife if you're going into business with her. A whole lot. You need to borrow patience if you don't have it, right? Because women can drive you nuts. I think generally the sense of timing for a typical woman is always off.
See?
So we want to do something at 10 p.m. and at 10 p.m. that's when they get out of bed. Sometimes, you know.
Not all women.
Yeah, maybe not. You know, so that patience it really, really works wonders.
Right.
And then you must be able to know that even though you're working together, there are certain boundaries that you must also be able to maintain. Even in the business world, you try and be professional as well as intimate while you're doing this, you know, because I mean, it's a couple thing. So go out there. My wife has already mentioned, find what you love to do together and do it the best way you can.
That is fantastic advice for everybody. And you know, as they say, happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely.
That must be the truth. Now, working at home is a wonderful thing when you have children, and I know you have two delightful children.
Thank you so
much. A boy and a girl. Both of them I hear also like to do a little pie making too. I saw some little aprons, which I'm sure
exactly.
Beautiful. Now, do you feel that you are at an advantage as parents, being able to spend more time with your children, and what legacy do you feel that you are leaving for your children in terms of them seeing mom and dad working as a team, seeing that you can do things on your own, and work creatively without necessarily having to be in an office
Environment.
doing what a lot of other people do?
Okay, I definitely feel more fulfilled, more at peace. The fact that I'm working at home, I'm seeing my children all the time. So I'm cooking or I'm making pies and they pop in and they're just like, Mom, I just wanted to say hello. It gives me so much joy. So I'm so happy that, you know, this opportunity came, and I don't think I'm going to change it for the world, frankly, because it really gives me time to spend with my kids. I may not have all the time to, you know, do everything for them, but I know that they are okay because they are around me, you know. So that's priceless for me right now. So then also they see us working. They're always asking, "Is this for the pie shop? Mommy, what are you making? It's for the pie shop." I say, "Yes, it's for the pie shop." So we can you know, take care of you and do other things for ourselves. So they're like, "Oh, okay." So they know that it's not that we're just doing it because we don't have anything. Exactly. We're doing it because it brings money in, it brings income in. So my daughter, for one, she's already saying, "I want to bake when I grow up. I want to bake." So I'm going to make sure that I encourage her as much as possible. So if that's her passion, why not? If you can, you know, do what you love and get paid for it, I mean, that's just the ultimate price.
Totally the ultimate. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
So I think in addition to formal education, which is also somewhat necessary, children need to learn life skills.
Yes.
Cooking, painting. For example, in Nigeria today, most of our musical arts that we've exported to the rest of the world are full graduates. You know, Falls, the bad guy, for example, is a lawyer, well trained, he's called to the bar. So they can explore. If you want to play football, by all means. But don't forget, you need to know the maths of football. If you want to be a baker, there are maths to it. You need to measure your ingredients. So it's so heartwarming for me to watch my kids get interested in what I do and what we do as my couple. And I would love to encourage them. Explore, use the creativity in you. I think everybody in the world has some form of creativity in them. It's just to find it.
That's fantastic.
With delivery services now the norm across the food industry, it has synchronized the alternative cottage industry businesses with the way mainstream restaurant services now have to operate.
Tell me, what is the strangest pie experiment that you've ever had that you never sold?
Okay, when we're trying to make the seafood pie, we thought about putting calamari in, putting squid in, but by the time we baked it, it became too rubbery. We're like, no, this can't. So we had to edit that out of our seafood pie, and that's why we now have the shrimp, very flaky fish, prawns in it, so that, and we know how to cook it so that it's not rubbery at the end of the day. We don't want the rubbery, so we avoided that. So that was like the most insane pie that, you know, we tried, and it didn't come out well at all.
We need to leave a legacy. We need something that people would say, oh, the business has outlived them, because I mean, I'm not sure I'm going to be here in another 40 or 50 years, but I want to see my business live on forever. Why not someone walks into Harrods food section and pick up a frozen smoked chicken pie out of Nigeria, Asun pie out of Nigeria.
Beautiful. That's wonderful. Nigerian national products going global.
Yeah.
That's what we want for all of our nation. Fantastic. Thank you so much for talking to me today in this part of our show. Now, we are going to go into that kitchen. I came with a bag of tricks.
Okay.
And since you make pies, I would love you to make a pie out of the little secret ingredients I brought. Do you want to know what I brought?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
With pie fillings, I think the possibilities are endless. Creating beautiful original combinations must be soul satisfying. My personal choices of leeks, chicken livers, and potatoes will be my food journey challenge today for the pie shop.
So it's time for us to go into that kitchen and make that pie.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, here we are in the kitchen, and what a lovely kitchen it is too.
Thank you so much.
And all these lovely ingredients laid out here beautifully. I can see my leeks. Tell us a little bit about those and your experience with leeks.
It's a really nice flavor. It has a very nice flavor to it, and I use it frequently.
And everyone's talking about them being a great replacement for onions
Yeah,
at the
that's
moment.
very true because onions are so expensive
That's
now.
right.
100 naira for one. Yeah.
How you clean?
Yes.
Because, it's important to note that when you want to clean leeks, try to peel them because especially the first layers, because it usually tends to trap a lot of sand
In them.
Yes. So and then the best way is to cut through and then chop.
Rinse and
rinse,
chop.
yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. And I see chicken livers. Yes. I brought those.
Yeah.
And bacon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys, you were swift at thinking of what to do, weren't you?
Yeah, so we're thinking of making shepherd's pie.
Right.
No, I know traditional they make Irish shepherd's pie with lamb, but since we have this, we're going to incorporate it with some very fatty beef minced meat. So I think that would actually help to bring out the flavor more. And you know, for chicken livers, if you overcook it, it becomes grainy. So there's a way we're going to cook it to ensure that it still has that meaty, lovely flavor it normally has.
Lovely. Looks
Yeah.
like you're going to pass this test. Very excited
And
to
of
see
course,
that.
I'm going to use the lovely potatoes you brought by the
Right.
way, and then I'm going to make some beautiful creamy mashed potatoes.
Look at
To top up the
And
shepherd's
that's
pie.
why the bacon is there. It's got a smoky flavor that we'll now use to garnish and top up the pie.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic.
Like Kingsley said, the leeks need to be washed before they're cut, and the dynamic duo gets started.
Okay, some onion in.
Onion in,
Fantastic.
just about a pinch,
Touch
half a
of
teaspoon
garlic.
of garlic, and
What else have we got here?
ginger.
Let's see. Ginger. Great.
ginger.
Just grated, huh?
Yeah, just grated, freshly grated ginger, and
Okay.
of course, salt.
Some
Very important.
Salt.
And that's it. I'm just going to mix that up.
Fantastic. Bit of a mix. Lovely. And that's that.
That's that. So it's going to be pan seared just for like 2 minutes, and that will be all we'll do with it for now.
That's fantastic. And I see you've got your better half over there.
Yes, he's filling the potatoes for the topping of
Oh,
the shepherd's
wow.
pie.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. Okay. Kingsley, I see you're over there doing the dirty work.
And the sous chef.
So that's how the dynamic works, huh?
Exactly.
She does the pretty stuff, you do the dirty work. Well, there you go.
So this process is about delicately just sautéing these chicken livers, just about 30 seconds on each side, if that, and setting them aside as a component. And remember that very inviting bacon? Well, look at it now, where it should be, sizzling in a pan, next to the spuds. There's nothing negative I have to say about bacon.
Lovely chicken liver, that came out so well. And I see you leaving all
Yeah,
the lovely little bits in the bottom there.
Yeah, very importantly, I always leave the render from meats because I mean it's so much flavor. No need to throw that out.
Exactly.
So to start the base of the shepherd's pie, where we're going to put in our minced meat, I just want to put a little vegetable oil just to ensure that I have enough liquid to cook the onion, the leek, and all that.
Right,
So-
onions in.
So the onions are going in.
How's it going over there, sous chef?
Absolutely great.
Wonderful.
So I just put in a bit of onion. Just fry that up.
Fantastic. That smells nice.
So I'm also going to add like a tablespoon of garlic.
Tablespoon of
If you
garlic.
love garlic, you can add a lot more.
Love it.
Then also like half a teaspoon of ginger.
More ginger.
Fresh ginger. I
Okay.
just feel fresh ginger is just the best. I'm going to add my bay leaf. I want to ensure that the flavor of the bay leaf really enters the dish or really is in the dish. So I like cooking it in a bit of vegetable oil before I add any other thing because it really releases the essence of that spice when you cook it in oil.
Kingsley, come and have a look at what your missus is doing over here in this pot. What do you think of that?
Oh, this is beautiful.
It
This
is, isn't
amazing.
it?
I'm a foodie. Yeah. What
I
can
know. So
say?
this is how you guys are always like, you know, constantly enjoying yourself in the kitchen, smelling beautiful things,
Exactly.
working
She can't
magic.
keep up a storm.
Fantastic.
She can't.
All that's left is to thoroughly brown the mincemeat on high heat. A few little special things going into the mince, and the potatoes have been mashed, buttered, and heavy creamed.
Our chicken livers.
Exactly.
As a surprise ingredient.
Let's have a look at that.
So I'm going to just
Thank you. This
So
whole
we're going to
thing
mix
is
this all up.
smelling incredible.
Pie can be a pie without pastry, but the pastry traditionally is used. A short crust pastry rolled out and able to be quickly manipulated to form beautiful constructs like this one here. First, strips are cut, and then they're woven to form a cross lattice. 4 hands doing one beautiful thing. There's a song in the air, and there's nothing like Christmas time. The promise of great times with family and friends, long lazy grazing days, and fun-filled evenings. The smell of cinnamon and soup and Grandma's recognizable perfume. We must all be extremely grateful for the blessings of the year and those we hope to gain for Nigeria. My agenda this holiday? Food, family, fun, repeat.
Well, well, well. Favorite part of the show.
Exactly.
Tasting time. Who's doing the honors on this beautiful shepherd's pie?
I'll gladly serve you two ladies.
Please, yes, serve us.
It's my pleasure. Our pleasure.
This is delicious. 100%. This has been absolutely fantastic. What a beautiful result, not only in what you've made today with my little challenge, but just a beauty in seeing both of you together, so happy doing what you love doing. Sharing that with us all as well. I'm going to be one of your best customers.
Thank you so much.
Have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas holiday coming up just around the corner. Stay safe and happy, and everybody from Food Journey, we're saying goodbye. Bye. We'll see you next time.
Have a Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy holidays, everyone, from the Pie Shop.
Food Journey has a new Instagram. It's FOODJERNY @Food Journey. So if you were following us before, please come and follow us here now.
Oh,